Hey there, I'm Jenny. I'm figuring out my 40s here on YouTube. Thanks for watching. Today we're going to talk about Joann Fabric and how it is going out of business. My mother used to take me as a young child to the store. We'd look at the books, she'd pick out the patterns, and then we'd go look at all the rows and rows and rows of fabric. It was like endless opportunities. I know a lot of people, my peers, we learned how to sew, we learned how to do these projects, and why is it closing? It boils down to corporate greed, in my opinion. The company just wasn't making enough money for its higher ups. It went into bankruptcy, I believe, in 2023, and then they pulled themselves out by doing a public offering, an IPO, which means that they were going to start selling shares of their company to the public. So it did go public in March of 2024, and it did well for a short while. It was exciting that, Joann Fabric was going to get all this investment money. And yeah, of course, just like most other companies in this predicament, went up for a minute and then went down. So the company finally declared bankruptcy again, and this was like this is it. They declared it in January of 2025, and now we're in February, and a liquidator bought 400 of the 500 stores. Hold up, wait. This is Editor Jenny coming in to do a little fact checking and correction here. So Joann Fabric is shutting down 500 of its 850 stores. Sorry for misspeaking there, but yeah, that's more than half. We're really gonna miss the store. Really, really am. All right, back to the show. Florida has a number of Joann Fabric stores. Some of them are staying open, some of them are closing. One in Jacksonville is staying open, one's closing. The one in Gainesville is open. Some of them in Orlando are closing. And the one in Yulee, which is North Florida, is closing. I was in Jacksonville today volunteering to pick broccoli for some food banks. You should look up that video. I'm going to record that next. And I decided to go to the two stores in Jacksonville just to see what was going on, get a pulse on the situation. I went to the one that was staying open first, accidentally actually. I thought it was closing. Okay, here's the thing. They're not closing the stores right now. From what I understand, Joann Fabric is waiting for either another liquidator or another buyer to come and buy out those last stores. So it's not that they're not going to close, it's that they're not closing right now. And who knows what happens? Nothing is certain. So I went to the store, the regular Joann Fabric store, to see what kind of discounts they have. I did look at the website for the circular, and I saw that the patterns were on sale. Basically $2 a pattern, except for the Vogue patterns. And I thought, well, that's worth going for the sale. So I went to this location. It's clean, it's beautiful. I walked in fully stocked. The store was so clean. The holiday collections are in sale for 25% off and other percentages. There's Valentine's Day, St. Patrick's Day, the whole Christmas, the whole range. So $15 for 60% off. That brings it down to what was that? $6? $6 a yard for fabric. That's pretty good. I was last in Germany at the fabric stores. Fabrics there were like $25 to $50 a yard. Like, mind blowing that we're only paying those were on sale for $4 a yard. Again, this store is not under liquidation, so it was fully stocked. Right, there's the sale for $2 and the $5 for the Vogue patterns. The patterns, they were sparse, I'll be honest. Now, I went into the store looking for one specific pattern. I really wanted to get this dirndl pattern. And Berta is a German company, and they have a dirndl pattern. When I was in Germany at the fabric store, the woman opened up some different catalog books that she had and pointed out that Berta, and I think Simplicity also has a dirndl pattern. I did not see one in Simplicity. I didn't look that carefully, to be honest. I found the one I wanted and I was happy with that. But yeah, here are these pattern books. If you're not familiar, it's a book full of all of the patterns that the pattern makers have for that particular season, and then you look at the numbers and you find them in the books. Now, I'm going to stop the video there. So this store was not under liquidation, like I've said 30 times now, and all of the sales were posted by Joann Fabric, just like normal. The store was busy. There were lots of people walking around, so much so that in the fabric section, I had to leave my cart off to the side because there were a couple people in wheelchairs, and it was like a confusion of people in these tight aisles, all picking out fabrics, browsing for their next pattern, talking about what they've already got and what their plans are. Lots of people, a line at the cutting station. I mean, there were a lot of people at this store. Now let's jump back and look at the liquidation store. Before leaving the house, I did look up reviews of this store, and it has a very low rating on the internet. Reviewers write that it's dirty, it doesn't have AC or heat, it's understaffed, it's understocked. It's just not a great store. So let's go take a look at this store. So here's the store in Orange Park, and this place looks scary from the front. There is nothing outside, no decorations. The floor is a mess. There are no carts in the front. And this is the liquidation store, absolutely. A lot of things are marked with different kinds of signage. It was 40% off of the Christmas items. Remember back, it was 60% at the other store. There are no people at this store. No shoppers. Do you notice that? No shoppers. You will see very few people in this video, and that is not because I was avoiding people. There is fabric on the shelves. It's just that there's not as much. Overall, the fabric is 20% off. Now, this is the second day of the liquidation. Liquidation technically started on Sunday, and today is Monday, but today is also a national holiday. Washington's birthday / President's Day. People don't have work. And I think they planned it out to have like a big holiday weekend sale, and there's nobody here. But there are no sales here either. So why would people come? So 40% off of the holiday items. 50% off of these keepsake boxes. They're pretty, but they're still like 20 bucks a piece. So the discounts are not there. Oh, and I really liked this 50% off sign. If you can't figure out what 50% of a price is, I'm really sorry. All right, here we've got some spring indoor. There's still pretty stuff. There's still a lot of pretty stuff on the shelves. Spring decor is 40% off. Holiday decor, 70% off. I did see one woman buying things, and she had ransacked the holiday section because the deals were pretty good in the holiday section if you're in need of holiday decor, which I was not. Now, in the clearance section, which is where most of us start our shopping experience, I found a couple bolts that were priced at $3, $5 a yard. But there was still clearance for $10 a yard. That's ridiculous. So on Reddit, there's a pretty popular Joann Fabrics subreddit where a lot of employees are talking about their experiences in the store and with customers, etc., etc. And one person did mention that one of the liquidators came in. So what happened is overnight, liquidators came in and repriced the store. They took down the Joann Fabrics signage, put up their own sale prices. And there's a story on there that says that one of the liquidating reps walked to the cutting section and asked, "What do you do here?" So I'm taking that as the liquidator did not do their research to figure out what the store's layout was like, what their promotions were like, and it's completely obvious with how they priced this store for liquidation. So if you look at we're not done looking at the prices here, but for the most part, just look at the fabric. At the regular Joann store, the keepsake calicos, weren't they like $3.99 or something? Like, let's just say $4 a yard. Here they are $10 to $14, 20% off. That's $8 to like $10 per yard versus $4 at the other store. Then the holiday fabric at the regular Joann was 60% off, but it's only 40% off at this store. And we haven't even gotten to the best part with the patterns. I think that's coming up in a second. But they did not do any research. They priced it in a way that they're trying to benefit. They're trying to make as much money as they can as liquidators. And I did read on Reddit that some stores were seeing an increase in sales because all these people think that the store has the best prices and they're dropping $300, $400, $500 in an order when they could have gone to the other store. Although maybe they don't have the other store. Maybe that is the store that they have and they're not like me where I've got options. I don't want to be too critical, but I am being critical of the liquidator because this is not how you're going to empty a store. I should go back to the video. Let's keep watching what I recorded today. All right, so here's back to the clearance section. And some of this fabric has been here for years. Like these office licensed fabrics, a lot of Dwight heads and Don't Drink My Coffee from Dwight, future Dwight, like Seinfeld. This stuff has been here for a long time. And that one's not even marked down. It's still $15. So the outdoor fabric, 20% off. They did move their last chance, which was marked off at 60%. Oftentimes last chance goes between like 25 to like 80% off, but they just did a 60%. So the fabric at this liquidation sale was similar to the one that was also on last chance at the other stores. So it's not like they pulled anything extra really. All right, here we are in my favorite section, the pattern section. And that's right, it's 30% off. They don't know how to price these. So a regular pattern is overpriced at $22 because they know that we're all buying the sales. Vogue is, I think, $30 regularly priced. Yeah, $30. And they did 30% off. And I do a close-up of the price. So $30, 30% off, $21. If you wanted to buy that Vogue pattern. Otherwise, you can buy it from Joann on their website for $5. So, okay, going back to what I said earlier, if you only have one store, double check the prices on the Joann Fabric website because the Joann Fabric website is going to have cheaper prices. I think there's also a 20% off if you place your order on the internet and have it delivered to you, or I don't know if they're doing pickup at the liquidation stores. I'm not sure how that works, but you'll get it cheaper on the internet than you will at the liquidation store. Now, if you're watching this in maybe like a week or two's time, maybe the prices have gone lower, but that also means that the stock will be much lower. I did see a couple items that I really did want, but I don't have a project for them. And as one other shopper told me today, you should never buy fabric if you don't have the project in mind. So I had some fabric bolts in my bag or my cart, and I put them back because I didn't know what to do with them. Since I have your attention, I'm so happy that I did buy the patterns when I saw them at the store because I really wasn't sure what the liquidation deal was going to be. But I think I'm pretty happy. So we're going to get some like farming dresses and maybe make some clothes to go on a cruise with. I've got some pants and a shirt. I got a doggy jacket and some overalls. Do you ever look at the overalls that are sold on Duluth Trading? They have the cutest overalls, and it's all because of the pattern of the fabric. So I want to try making some of those. Got a skirt. It's a pretty skirt. These are my German-inspired outfits. Okay, got the skirt. And then if I use a wool, it'll look very traditional Bavarian, I think. And then I've got a jacket, and this is Berta. This is the jacket that I saw a lot of women wearing, and she's even got her little buns on the side of her head. Very German-looking woman. And yeah, Berta is from Offenburg, Germany. So it's a German company. I do like Germany. And this was the whole reason I went, was to get this dirndl pattern. And I'm so excited, just so excited. It was there. It is the last one. Look at this. It is all banged up. I'm hoping it's all here. It looks to be all here, and it doesn't look like it's been unfolded. But this pattern bag has seen better days. I think a lot of people have looked at it and not bought it. And I'm so happy that I got to buy it. Yay! Okay, so we're going to be seeing dirndls in the coming year. All right, back to the store. Back to the store tour. A lot of the items in the store were just marked randomly 20%, 30%, 40% off. These diamond kits, the diamond crafting kits, 20% off. Clearance, I did have a very large clearance section. And again, like, nothing was really well priced. A lot of stuff was still like $10. I'm cheap. I'll be honest. I am very cheap. I like to buy things when they're on sale. And these were just not really on sale. This yarn, $9, $8.50. I don't buy yarn because I don't do that kind of crafting, but I don't think those are good prices. 20% off on the baskets. I mean, why don't you start at 50% off if you're going to sell all this stuff? Because you're not selling. You're wasting time at the moment. No one is buying this stuff at 20% off. I was not impressed with the sales. And look, there's nobody here. There are no shoppers at this store. I don't know if it's because of the low ratings and people just don't shop here in general, or if it's because they knew that the sales were crap. 40% off a ribbon, that's not terrible. I almost bought some, but if I'm going to go back later, I think I'll just buy ribbon when I go back. Yeah, yarn, there's a lot of yarn left at this store, but it's at 25% off. If you crochet, I think that there's still a good selection. I did see online that the store workers were saying that a lot of people have already taken the good stuff. I don't know the good stuff from the bad stuff, so you be the judge. Thread, 40% off. Not bad. Publications, 20% off. Usually books don't go much lower than 20%. Books are bought and sold in a little bit different way than all the other items, but I don't foresee the books going much deeper than 40%. Maybe they will. I'll buy some books at 40% off. Or, I don't know. This is my favorite little find. This little guy, I'm going to wait for him to get a little bit deeper on sale. But how cute is Mr. Chick? I don't know. Is it a penguin? Is it a chick? It's got chick feet, but it's got like a penguin head. I don't know. It's super cute, but at $20 and only 40% off. Not yet. We're not getting that yet. Flowers in the fake flower section, they are 40% off, and they're usually like $6 each, aren't they? They're usually a little bit on the higher priced end, so we're gonna wait for that to go on sale. The bead section is still basically full, 30% off. No one's buying now. There's so many really cool beads here. I wish I had more time, more money, more space. Because look at all these really gorgeous beads. Oh, they're so pretty. What would you do with this? Would you put it on a dress? Would you just make a necklace, earrings? This is my favorite. You have to have a doorbuster, right? There has to be something at the door. So in Florida, they're selling pine cones. We have pine cones everywhere. You can walk down the street and there's a pine tree with pine cones. Yeah, pine cones. That is what Joann Fabric liquidators think is going to sell at the door. I don't know. I'm very judgmental. If you watch this channel, you already know that. If you know me personally, you know I'm a judgmental person. And this was disappointing. It was comical, actually. So I'm curious to know about your stores. Oh, do they look like the first one? Do they look like the second one? How are your liquidation sales going? I think I'll put another video up next time I go to the liquidation sale just to see just to see what changed. Curious to know too, what did you buy? What did you overlook? What did you think was a good deal? Maybe you think these are good deals. Maybe I'm wrong. I fully accept being wrong, but I am happy with my purchases so far, namely this one, so I can go make my dirndl with my German fabric. Well, thanks for watching. Stick around for more. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. Please like, comment, let me know what you think. All right, thanks for watching. Bye for now.